Greetings, 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 my V family all over the world. This is your chief, fresh back from Indonesia, Bali, after spending a few days with the kids on the beach. I hope you guys watch my 4 lessons that I recorded at midnight in my villa, my Instagram live, and now it's 3:20 in the morning. I haven't slept for 2 days. Been talking to many morons, all right, and teaching them how to push their ego aside and listen to their upline, like how I listen to Dato Sri Vijay. And today was a special day because I have some very important family who came all the way from London to stay with me. And I decided to take them back to my village where I was born, Teluk Intan. You know this, you know my story. And my cousin brother is very important to me because I remember in 1998 when I signed up, he was part of my hot zone. And I called him in London. And I told him I've started a business, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to do the presentation. He just said, shut up and tell me what you need. And I said, you need to buy 3 products. And he transferred the money the next day. He didn't know anything about the company. He didn't know anything. He just did it for me. And I appreciate that. And then I went to London and we built a beautiful network in London. Went to Sri Lanka from London. And it was very successful. And he came to visit me. So we both went back to where we were born, which is Teluk Intan. And as I was driving through the town, and I'm sorry guys, that this Wednesday message is not my usual Wednesday message, but I'm very emotional after going back to my hometown. A lot of memories of my mother, my childhood, growing up. So if you're brand new in the business and you're listening to me, my name is Patman Senatiraja. I am your upline. I represent Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. They call me Chief. If you've been in the business for some time, this is a message from my heart to yours. And if you are already very successful in the business, empty your cup and listen. So I went back to my hometown. I went to all the places where we grew up. Things have changed a little bit, but it brought back a lot of memories. And I want to convert my memories into a message that you can apply on your journey to the financial freedom you want to achieve. All right. The first thing I realized when I was back in Teluk Intan today, and I just came back a few hours ago, was that everything we need to succeed in network marketing, we believe that we need to learn it. Do you understand that and training is important, don't misunderstand me, that you go for training, you read books, you go to YouTube and you look for people or you find a mentor. All this is important. But I realized something, that everything you need to succeed, you already know. Because I think our journey of life has taught us everything. Our journey of life has taught us how to dream, how not to give up, how to address rejection. Because I remember going to that town, how many times I was rejected on so many things, like applying for a job, talking to a girl and she rejects me. I know it's hard to believe because I am gorgeous, but there are some morons who rejected me. All right. Seeing my mother struggle through life, bringing us up in that small town. And I realized that every lesson that I learned on this journey of QNet, everything that Dato Sri Vijay taught me, all right, technically, I already knew. But because of our arrogance, because of our full cup, because of the complexity of the world we live today, we forget that life has prepared us for success. That I don't think life teaches us to be a loser or to be broke. I think life teaches us to be successful, but we don't choose the right path. to achieve this success. But all of you have chosen this path by becoming an IR or becoming the downlines of Dato Sri Vijay and Japa. And everything you need, you already know. You know the power of dreams. I'll never forget, I wrote in my book that I wanted a bicycle, a BMX. And that dream, even though I was a young child, that dream and my dream of financial freedom is technically the same. I wanted it so badly. I didn't sleep. I irritated my mother every day to buy me that bicycle. And finally she said, I'll give you half the money, you find half the money. To find half the money, I was willing to do anything. I bathed people's dogs. I cleaned the drain. I went to the rubbish and pick up glass bottles to sell to the shop. I was willing to do whatever necessary to get that bicycle, because that bicycle, the BMX bicycle, yellow and black, was my dream. And I realized that if we were children and our dream was something so simple, like a toy, like a bicycle, like maybe a holiday to the beach, and we were willing to do anything, to fight, to scream, to shout, to beg, all right, to achieve that dream. Imagine if we took that mindset and applied it to QNet, how successful you would be. And I always say to the we kids, we teens who are watching, I think if QNet allowed children to sign up, they will max out faster than any adult. Because when they want a dream, they will do whatever it takes to achieve the dream. Like my son, if he wants me to do something and I say no, he will not accept it. He will follow me around the whole house. All right. First he will demand, then he will cry, then he will look at you with that beautiful eyes and say, please, Papa. And your heart will melt and you will do whatever he says. And I believe in that so much that you already know what to do. That you have been a dreamer since you wanted that first toy in your life, or that whatever you wanted, you know. And going back to my hometown, I met some people who are very important to me, but they're very old now. And some of them are sick. And, you know, maybe they won't live for a long time. And I sat down and I spoke to them. I like sitting down and speaking to people of older age with wisdom. And I hear in their voice so much regret of things they couldn't do, that they didn't have the warriorship to do. And I realize that we should not procrastinate, that we should not waste time, that we should not delay what we want to do in life, what we want to achieve in life. Right? Don't delay buying your dream house. Don't delay going on your dream trip. Don't delay expressing your love, gratitude to somebody. Don't delay it, because I realize today that life is very short and we don't have much time. That anything could happen to us today, tomorrow, next week. So the time we have today, we should not waste. The time we have today, we should maximize it. All right? Live life to the fullest. Do as many presentations. Push yourself as much as possible. All right? Talk to your downlines. Okay? Talk to your loved ones. Because today somebody was telling me that she felt very sick and she was worried what would happen tomorrow. And she said she sent messages to everyone that mattered to her. But it is also sad that we only send those messages when we think something bad is going to happen to us. I believe that we should express our love, our gratitude, our feelings every single day, because you never know when would be your last day. So don't procrastinate. And some moron told me a long time ago, Chief, if I think I'm going to die tomorrow, why would I do a presentation? My answer to the moron is very simple. Because the presentation you do just before you die could be ugly, Arun, Sati, David Sharma. Do you understand? And if you manage to sign them up just before you die, I will still be alive, hopefully. I will support them and max out your tracking center for your family, for your children, for your daughter, for your son. So don't think if you don't have much time, you should enjoy life. No, even if a doctor told me I have 6 months to live, I would just do presentations and try to change as many lives as possible. And I realized this today, that time is our most precious asset. It is something you can never get back. It is something that keeps moving, and you have zero control over how fast 24 hours will finish. 24 hours, that's all you have. And I said on my Insta, if you live for 75 years, that's 75 summers, 75 winters, 75 Christmas, 75 Eid, 75 Diwali. All right? Only 75. So stop wasting time. Don't procrastinate. Find your sense of urgency. And today I went back to my hometown and I realized that I'm so grateful to my mother, to Dato Sri Vijay, because they instilled one thing in me which I think contributed greatly to my success, that I should always have a sense of urgency. That what you can do today, why do tomorrow? If you can maximize today, maximize today. Don't waste time. Don't wait for tomorrow, because the truth of the matter is, tomorrow may never come. Because as you go to sleep tonight, you may not wake up tomorrow morning. So that's why Dato Sri Vijay says, plan for 100 years. Plan your life for 100 years, inshallah. Daibok, plan your life for 100 years. But live today like it is your last day. Live every day like it is your last day. And I look back at my trip today, going back to my house where I was born, where I grew up. It was very humble compared to where I live today. Right? My town is old and humble. And I realized how important that was. I realized how important it was that I was not born rich. That my mother had to struggle every day to feed us, to give us a good life, because that started a fire in my heart that made me into who I am today. And all of you watching my Wednesday message, I don't think you were born rich, or not, you will not be in QNet. But don't forget where you came from. Don't forget your journey of life. Don't forget the sacrifices your parents, your mom, your dad made for you. And the least you can do is give them back a good life. Inshallah, 10 years, 15 years. Let them live like queens and kings. Like I said, my dream was to give back to my mother. And today, she's no longer around. But I'm very proud of myself. And I'm not saying this with arrogance. I'm very proud that the last 10, 15 years of her life, I gave her the best life possible, thanks to QNet, thanks to Japa, thanks to Dato Sri Vijay. We owe so many people. And the only way to give them back is to be successful, to be the best version of yourself. Because your grandmother, your grandfather, your uncles, your aunties, your mom, your dad, the only thing they want to see is for you to be successful, for you to be happy, for you to become somebody. This is fundamentally important. So everything you need to succeed, you already know. Push your ego aside and let the answers come out. Don't waste time. As much as you think you will live for 100 years, live today like it is your last day. Do as many presentations as possible. Achieve your rank even before Friday. Do whatever it takes, because you never know when will be your last day. Don't forget your journey of life, because it is the greatest reminder of who we are. Today I am Chief. I am Patman Senatiraja. I am financially free. But ultimately, I am that little boy from Teluk Intan. That is my foundation. That is my DNA. That is who I am. And I pray every day that no matter how successful I become, I will never forget where I came from. And I'll never forget all the people who made me into who I am today. So on this Wednesday message, I want to remind you, don't waste time. Do it now. Your potential has been and will always be limitless. No matter what you are going through, no matter how challenging your life is, no matter what problems you have, just remember that your parents had greater problems, had greater challenges, and they still gave you a good life. They still live life to the best of their ability. And today, thanks to the master plan, you have the greatest opportunity in your hand called QNet. Don't waste it. If you have decided to start this journey, then take this journey seriously. Don't listen to the morons around the world. Don't listen to all the bull sugar around you. This is your life, your journey, your family, your dreams. All right? And today, I have only one message for you, from my heart to yours. And I say this with a lot of honesty, with a lot of sincerity. When I went back to my hometown, it reminded me of the moron I am. I came from a small town. I had nothing except a very loving mother, 2 great brothers, a few unbelievable friends. All right? And I had nothing else. I was not good in school. I am not smart. And if I can achieve what I have achieved in QNet, I believe you can achieve much more. Much, much more. If I could build this business in 1998 without anything, you should be able to build this business bigger and stronger with everything we have today. So please take this message from my heart to yours. You don't have to be the most smartest person. You don't have to be the best salesman or saleswoman. You don't have to understand everything. If I can do it, you can do much better. Just find a dream you're willing to fight for, that you're willing to die for. And everything you need to achieve the dream, you already know it's within you. And most importantly, don't waste time. Do it now. Don't procrastinate. And I promise you, one day you'll be recording a message for your downlines as I am recording for you. So I love you guys so, so much. And I'll see you on my Insta Live.